In our last class, we have talked about ER diagram, and we have seen how we can draw ER diagram using Microsoft Visio. So we have talked about some case studies, and we have requested you to work on those case studies. We have uploaded 3 case studies, and we have asked you to submit those case studies. And today, our plan would be discussing those case study with you. So without making any delay, let me start the task. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
let us go to the assignments. So this is one of the assignments, right? I believe this is case study 3 on ER diagram. So we found like 8 of them has submitted the assignment or uploaded the assignment. First of all, we have Borkotullah. Now, I'm just trying to split my
Sir, sir, can you check my one instead of Barkatullah, because I have, like, we were working it together, but he's uploaded the not the correct one.
okay, so you want me to check yours one, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me. So can you see this part? I believe you can, right?
Yes, sir.
I think it should be on 100%, but font size should be increased. Do you know how to increase font size here?
Sir, नीचे एरियल पास
Control Shift plus, right? Control Shift plus. Zooming.
স্যার রাইট ক্লিক করলে আই গেস অপশন দিতে পারে।
স্যার এরিয়ালের
Font.
পাশে স্যার সাইজ সাইজ দাও স্যার এরিয়াল
Oh,
লেখাটার পাশে
right. Thank you. So this is the case study. I believe like you all can see the case study, and we will look into the solution of whom? Katta dekbo?
Sir,
Tasnuba?
Madiha Muhammad, sir.
Madiha. Okay. So in the solution part, what we can see, if I go through the case study, let me just go through the case study and discuss. Then basically we will get back to the ER diagram. So in the case study, it mentioned the computer farm buys all their all their products from different agents. The agents have agent code, name, telephone number, address, and the product have product ID, product name, product description. Agent can sell more than one category of product, but 2 agents can sell a single product. The customer coming to the computer farm may buy any product, customer ID, customer name, address, phone number will be kept for the customer. So that means we can found we can see we have agent, right? We have product, isn't it? Agent, and we have product, and we have customer. So if we go through the detail, we can found these are the three entities. The reason behind these being an entity, because agent contains some information, right? These are the information that I have been keeping for the agent. Similarly, for product, we have product ID, product name, product description, and these informations are for product. Similarly, for customer, there are some information as well. That means, as we know, for ER diagram, which has instances, which have attributes, and for which we need to store data, we can consider them as entity. So here, the diagram that we can see, we have agents, very good, we have product, we have customer. But the first problem is agent. It should be singular. Madhiha, can you follow me?
Yes, sir.
Any entity should be singular. So you are losing 1 mark just because of the name is in plural form. Product should be
Okay,
singular.
sir.
So again, another mark is gone. Okay. Customer is singular. It is singular. So here, just looking at the name of the entity, I found like there are 2 mistakes. Then let's move to the attribute. So for agent, we have agent code, agent name, and telephone number, address. So these are the 4 attributes. So agent code is considered as a primary key. Very good. Agent name is an normal attribute. Telephone number was kept as a multiple attribute, and address is what? What is this? Madhiha, sorry.
Yes, sir.
Madhiha, would you please respond? What is this?
Sir, address is an composite attribute. Composite attribute.
Composite attribute. If it is a composite attribute, it should be written the other way around. For example, address is composite attribute. You have to keep address in this way, and then the component should be written under the bracket. So maybe house number, comma, road number, comma, then area, comma, I don't know, whatever you want to city. So in this way, you have to put everything within the bracket, but not address should not be within the bracket. The component part should be within the bracket.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay. Okay. So, but it was not mentioned here. Here I could see address is not mentioned as composite, but yes, you can consider address as a composite. There is no problem. What about agent name? What do you think about the agent? Who are the agents?
Sir, agents are the
A
company.
person, company or person?
It's the person, actually.
If it is a person, then for person we should have first name, last name.
Yes, sir.
But if you consider agent is a company, then there is no first name, last name. But if you
Yes,
think this would be a person, then of course you need to put first name, last name. But since we are not sure about that, we might consider this case as well. We might consider this is a company and we simply keep name.
Yes.
Okay. Then the next issue here, it was mentioned like agent can sell more than one category of products. So one agent can sell many products. So one category, one agent can sell many products. And but 2 agents can't sell a single product. That means one product would be sold by only one agent. So that's why you have 1 here. Now the cardinality constraint. The cardinality constraint is optional. You are saying this is mandatory from both sides. If someone is an agent, you are saying someone is agent. That means they should be selling something. So that's basically why you have mandatory. And for product, for each product, definitely there should be some agent. Otherwise, there is no reason of having the product, right? It might be true. So these conditions, this relationship seems to me is correct. The next part where we can see the customer coming to the computer farms may buy any product. So customer may means it is optional. Very good. So optional is given. But the customer may buy many products. So that's the reason why you have mentioned many. And what about the other way around? So does it say anything about other way around?
No, sir.
No. So now it is your assumption. One product
Yes,
is
sir.
basically purchased by, you're saying, multiple customer, and a product should be purchased by a customer. I think, to me, it's not correct. To me, it's not correct, because like there are many products which hasn't been purchased yet. So the product that hasn't been purchased yet, for them we don't have any customer assigned. So there could be some product for which there is no customer, because customer hasn't purchased that product yet. For example, a new product has come. For that new product, there might not be any purchase history. So in that case, that could be remain
Yes, sir. Sir, I just
null.
assumed.
Yes. So when
I
you
just made an
assume,
assumption and
yes,
so
when you assume, then you have to mention that it is correct, since it was not written here. So anything is right, but you need to mention that I have assumed a product should have a customer. So if you have written that, otherwise we will consider the typical business rules. We will try to follow the typical business rule. So in typical business rule, definitely there are products which hasn't been bought by the customer yet. Okay.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So let's move to the other attribute. Here we can see for
Sir,
product we have, yes.
স্যার আমরা মেনশন কোথায় করব, লাইক পাশে টেক্সট বক্সে লিখে দিব?
No, just write after that diagram whatever the assumptions you have to mention those, that in this diagram, while drawing this diagram, we have made the following assumptions. Ei bole after 1 2 3 how many assumptions you have, you should be writing those assumptions. But
Okay,
but during the test you might not have enough time to write those things, but for your assignments, for your homework, you should do that. Okay.
okay sir, thank you.
Okay, so let me look into the product name is there, product ID is the primary key. Okay, product name is there, product description is there. For customer, we have customer ID, but customer name is a person, right? There is no customer name, should have first name and last name, right? What do you think?
Yes.
So here we should have first name, last name, and address. Similarly, address should have something like this, but not the way you have represented. Phone number, you have mentioned phone number as multiple attribute. It is fine. So far, based on the this assessment, we will be deducting 1 mark for this part S, 1 mark for here. So these 2 mark is going. So here it is optional. It should be optional. 3 mark gone. So here we have 3 components. So 3 mark gone. Here we have 3 components. 3 mark gone. So altogether 9 marks gone. Make sense?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So I think let's move to the next part.
স্যার আরেকবার একটু বুঝাবেন স্যার মার্ক ডিস্ট্রিবিউশন?
স্যার
For each of the mistake, we cut 1 mark or we deduct 1 mark. So as you can see here, agents is plural. So 1, 2, this 2 mark. So this one is optional. This should be optional as there is no assumptions. So otherwise I will follow the typical rule. So that should be optional. So that's why 3 mark gone. And 3 mark for this address, because address has multiple parts. So it is not 1 mark. Multiple composite part is missing. So I am deducting 1 mark because it is wrongly put, and 2 mark for the components where there are multiple components. So for each component, we can deduct 1 mark, but at least we need area, we need city, we need country. That's why I have deducted 3 marks for these 2 addresses. Same time, the name for name is first name, last name. So there you go, there is another mark. So 10 marks might be deducted for this case.
Okay, sir.
Yes, Asya was saying something.
Yes, sir. I have a question. Sir, can we use broken line here?
Can you
Product
use?
between product and customer.
Sorry, I didn't follow you.
Okay. Can we use broken line between product and customer?
Why? When broken line is used?
Sir, I am confused about that. That's why I'm asking you.
Okay, broken line is used when we want to add attribute of the relationship. For an example, this is many-to-many relationship. Okay, customer and product. Now, if you want to store quantity, how many quantity has been purchased by the customer for that particular product, where you will store that? Can you store that in the customer? The answer is no, because the customer is purchasing many things. So which quantity for which product is not clear to us. Similarly, you can't keep the quantity in the product because lots of customers are procuring that product. So eventually it would be attribute of the relationship. So when we would be having attribute of the relationship, at that time we give dotted line and give a box and put the attribute there that represent the attribute of the relationship. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So that's the first problem, I believe. Let's move to the next one. So case study 2. So we have here the description. Let me make it 20. I hope you can read this, right?
Yes, sir.
So is there anyone who have turned it? Okay, there are many. So who want me to look into their assignment for this one?
Sir, can I check mine?
Your name?
Madiha Muhammad Asaq.
Oh, I already have checked one of yours, right?
Oh, okay, yes, sir.
Sir, could you please check mine? Khadija Rachel.
Sorry?
Sir, could you please
Hadiza.
check? Yes.
Okay, sure. Okay. So a company has several employees. So there is a chance for company being the entity, employee could be entity. The attribute of the employee includes employee ID, name, address, birth date. The company also these are basically then the attribute, right? The company also has several projects. So project could be entity. The project are the attribute of project are. These are the 3 attributes. So these are attributes. Each employee may be assigned to one or more projects or may not be assigned to any project. A project must have at least 1 employee assigned and may have any number of employees assigned. An employee billing rate may vary by project and the company wishes to record applicable billing rate for each employee when assigned to a project. So I have highlighted 3 entities, but I can see company should not be an entity. Why company should not be an entity?
Sir, because we are creating the system and also there is only one company. So
Exactly, we are very good. So there is no instance there is no attribute, and we are talking about the company. So we are developing the software for the company. That's why company will never be an entity, but employee and project could be. So we have employee, we have project. So the name has no problem, no issue. The here we can see uh, uh, the relationship has been developed. So the attribute also provided. We have employee ID. Employee ID is the primary key. Name, you have first name, last name, very good. Address, you have street, house, zip code, very good. You have date of birth is there. For project, we have project ID, which is primary key. We have project name, we have start date. So why don't we have last name, first name in project name?
Sir, only person who can have last name and first
Very
name.
good. Only person could have first name and last name. So project name should not have any first name, last name. Great. So now let's move to the cardinality constraint and cardinality. So what kind of relation, what is the degree of this relationship?
Binary relationship.
Why binary?
Only two entities are there.
Okay, very good. The project must have, I think each employee may be assigned to one or more projects. So that means employee is assigned to more project, that is the many sign is there. And it mentioned may, and it mentioned it may be, may not be assigned to any project. That's why you have put optional. Very good. A project must have at least one employee. Project must have one employee. That's why mandatory must. Or any number of employee can be assigned. Any number of employee can be assigned. That means many. So a project might have multiple employee assigned to this. And an employee billing rate may have the billing rate. Billing rate you have put as relational attribute. Very good, excellent job. So you got full marks. So there is no problem in this ER diagram. Great.
Thank you, sir.
So is there any question from others?
No, sir.
So is it clear?
These are same.
Very good. So
Sir,
great. Right.
Sir, billing rate ভিতরে employee ID and project ID থাকবে না, because it says billing rate may vary by the projects.
Yes, billing rate may vary by the project, but you know, right, the relationship is between employee and project. So since the relationship is between employee and project, so we know we can access employee ID, we can access project ID from these two entities. So that's why in additionally we don't need to put anything there.
Okay, sir, thank you.
স্যার আমার একটা কোয়েরি ছিল এখানে।
জি।
স্যার এখানে স্টার্ট ডেট যেটা, এটা স্যার আমরা কোনো কিছু একটা ক্যালকুলেট করে বের করতে হচ্ছে না স্টার্ট ডেট?
How you are calculating start date, can you explain? Like you joined IUB, the date you joined IUB, how come we calculate that date? Do we calculate the date or we simply enter the date?
ওকে স্যার, এটা স্যার এটা ক্যালকুলেট করা লাগবে না, বাট স্যার এখানে যদি আজকের ডেট বা এরকম মানে কিছু
No, please don't say what if. This is the definite case, right? So what if এর তো কোনো জায়গা এখানে নেই.
ওকে স্যার, ওকে
Okay, so definitely there are some cases where we need to use derive attribute, but not in this case. Okay,
ওকে স্যার, থ্যাংক ইউ।
so this is great. So this is done. So I hope, is there any question, any problem? No, right?
নো স্যার।
Very good. Let's move to the next one then. Where I am. This one. Okay, so the next part should be so assignment 1, right? So we have instructions. So who wants me to look into their work for this assignment?
স্যার
Sir,
আমার
can
সাথে
you check my? Oh,
বলেন
আচ্ছা
কারটা or নয়?
না স্যার নরেন একটা
আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে। Okay, let's see. So a M transport company. When I basically found the noun phrases, basically I have the tendency to highlight that as possible entity. That's why I'm highlighting the transport company is famous for their transport facilities. In this company, there are 20 trucks. The information they need to keep of the truck are registration numbers. So that means truck is definitely my entity. The company also employ drivers to drive those trucks. The driver need to have license number, date of birth, contract address. So these are additional attribute of the driver. The truck is used to deliver product. So product could be an entity which is known as shipment in different places. So control B for shipment, the company store shipment number, company name, product description, quantity. So these are something. And for the place, that is destination, the company need to store destination code, name, and distance. Now let us start doing analysis. What exactly would be my entity? As you can see, transport company for whom you are developing the software should not be your entity, right?
ইয়েস স্যার
There is no additional attribute, no instance, so I can get rid of this one. So this is not required. Truck. So I have truck. Truck is there. So truck has these attributes. So definitely truck would be my entity. No problem with that. So truck has registration number, which could be considered as primary key. Correct. Capacity is there, date of purchase is there, and fuel consumption per liter is there. So fuel consumption per liter is there, and you are saying this is an derived attribute. Why this is a derived attribute?
sir, distance টা তো আমরা জানি না, and we don't know how much fuel the truck is going to use.
So
That's why.
is there any place from where you are getting the fuel and the distance? I think it is better not to make your life complex by assuming something difficult thing, okay? Because you know, when you are saying this is an derived attribute, you have to find the source, right?
Yes.
So why you are making your life hell? So instead of making your life hell, consider that as an given parameter or given attribute. So I won't be considering that as my derived attribute. I will consider this as a normal attribute, okay?
Okay, sir.
So I think it is not a good idea to put these things as a derived attribute. Okay, the next part is the company also employ driver. So we have driver and who are driving the car. So driver, so this relation is driving the car. The driver need to have license number is the primary key. Very good. Driver name, first name, last name, very good. We have date of birth is there, contact number is there, address, very good, correct. So this much, I think there is no problem. The truck is used to deliver products, which is known as shipment. That means they are saying product is also known as a shipment in different places. So I'm a little confused here by reading this one. Product is equivalent to shipment in different places, or how does that go? I'm not sure. That's why I'm just going in detail further. For shipment, the company store shipment number. That means I could assume shipment should be an entity, right? So shipment is
Yes.
there. Shipment number, company name, product description. That means it mentioned about product. So product is part of shipment. So I don't need to consider product. Why I don't need to consider product? Because it mentioned the truck is used to deliver product which is known as shipment. So product is covered under shipment. So since the description is there under shipment, the shipment stores shipment number, company name, product description, quantity. So these are the why derivative is a why quantity is a derivative.
Sir, we don't know. I thought derived attribute উঠাই দিতে হয় যেখানে we don't know the amount.
No. You will be knowing the amount. Do you know the name of the truck? Do you know the name
No,
of the
sir.
driver? You don't know, right? Do you know the capacity of the truck? You don't know that, right? So
Okay,
similarly,
sir,
you
got it.
don't know the quantity. Okay. So derive is something for which we need to do calculation on some other attribute. For example, your age is depending on date of birth. So something like that is derived. So here quantity will never be an derived attribute. But other than that, this makes sense to me. But how about place? Where is place? Where is
স্যার
place?
আমরা স্যার প্লেসটাকে কি একটা কম্পোজিট অ্যাট্রিবিউট হিসেবে ধরতে পারি?
কোথায় রাখবো তাহলে? মানে it mentioned each of those shipments are going to different places, right? That means truck is doing shipment and shipment is going on in different places, and places should have destination code, name, and distance. So these are the three attributes. So what you have done here, I believe, like you have company designation,
Sir, destination লিখতে গিয়ে ভুলে designation লিখেছি।
Okay, so it is company destination. So destination name, destination code. Okay, but I think it doesn't go. It doesn't go in this
স্যার
way.
ওরা তো যে কোম্পানির ডেস্টিনেশন দিয়েছে, এটা তো হবে কাস্টমার ডেস্টিনেশন মেবি।
Yes, it should be shipment destination, not customer destination,
Yes, sir.
because it mentioned about shipment destination. Okay, so I believe it should be a separate entity destination, and we should be connected with shipment. One shipment would be going to a single destination. In a single destination, there could be several shipments. So this is again a one-to-many relationship.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and here destination code could be the primary key, and this is not required. This is not required.
স্যার আমরা
Yes.
তাহলে কি স্যার প্লেসকে একটা হিসাবে কম্পোজিট
একটা ডেস্টিনেশন অথবা প্লেস কে একটা we have to consider that as an entity, right? So let me look into the solution of others, whether anyone has. Okay, all of you have one to one. It is not one to one, right? It is many to many. প্লেস কারোর কাছে আমি দেখতে পাচ্ছি না। সবাই কি আপনারা একসাথেই করেছেন?
না স্যার।
না স্যার।
Oh, here Khadija has place. Good job. This is correct. Wow.
Sir, place entity capital letter. Okay.
Right. Place entity is capital. Hadiza.
Sir, just I forgot that.
so place should be in capital. It seems okay to me, but it should be many to many. Like one truck can be driven by multiple driver. One driver can drive multiple truck, because like we can't have a dedicated driver for a dedicated truck. In transport facilities, the trucks or the vehicles are not reserved for a particular driver. It runs 24 hours. So a driver cannot drive the car for 24 hours. That's why we might have multiple drivers driving the same vehicle.
Okay, sir.
Okay, other than that, I think it's fine. So that is the discussion that we have. I believe like you have had some idea on the discussion, right? You got the idea.